Hey guys, I wanted to come on tonight. There's been something on my heart, for the past 2 weeks, and actually it's something that comes around on my heart every year. And I usually post about it, but with everything that's happened in the media over the past several months, just felt like a post wasn't enough, and I think a video would do it more justice. So here we go. Today is my anniversary, and not the traditional anniversary you might expect. 34 years ago today, a man I never met tried to take my virginity and my life. And I'm happy to say he failed on both counts. But unlike some, I remember everything. I remember the date. I remember the day of the week. I remember the time. I remember the weather. I remember the location. I remember what I was wearing. I remember what he did, what he said. I remember my airway being shut off. And I remember what I did to him. And it's something I'm never going to forget. And every year I try to forget, and it's weird. The mind forgets, but the body always remembers. So every November, I start just feeling not myself. All it takes is a cold, dark, wet, rainy night with the leaves coming down on the windshield or all on the sidewalk to just make me feel icky. And early on, that used to translate into emotional meltdowns and raging and acting out and all that stuff. And now, just more of, I just feel uncomfortable, and I won't, not sure why it's happening. Then I look at the calendar and it's like, oh, okay, I know why now. So, I find if I, can share my experiences with you guys, if I can help even one of you by doing that, maybe what happened to me was for a reason. So, if you're watching me right now and you've been a victim of crime or a car wreck or something that is just impressed upon you, that every single year it comes back and it haunts you, I've got some tips that they've worked for me. Maybe they'll work for you. So, number one, don't sweep it under the rug. When it comes, it's going to come up whether you want it to or not. Been there, done that. Put me in the hospital. Sweeping under the rug does not work. Seriously. Number two, the date. And it's coming. It's like Christmas. It's coming. So plan for it. Take the day off. Go get a massage, facial. Go curl up on the couch with your favorite fuzzy blanket and watch something funny. Or The Terminator. Or what I'm going to do tonight. This is The Sopranos. I don't know. Things like that just make me feel better. So, and then number three, just feel it. Feel the feelings. I know that sounds hokey, but seriously, acknowledge it. But more importantly, pat yourself on the back for not just being a survivor, but thriving in spite of it. How awesome is it that you got through that traumatic experience? So remember that's important. And then the last thing I would say is, after you've done all that, at the end of that day, at the end of your anniversary, pack it up. You and your body, pack it up and put it away. Years ago, when I would try to do that, it'd be like shoving this big thing in a walk-in closet. It was so big. And over the years, it's gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And now it's kind of like, like a jewelry box size. Put it away and say goodbye. Some people say let it go. I'm sorry, you're never going to let it go. You're just not. it's going to be around forever. But you can put it away. You can say goodbye. Maybe it won't come back, but if you're like me, it's going to come back. But put it away. And when time moves you to that next day, live your life. That's how it works for me. As soon as the day's over, it's like, whew, got through with that. You know, what's next? So I hope this can be of some help to y'all. If you want to comment, feel free, or send me a message. That's fine. But I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to go curl up on the couch with my fuzzy blanket and my husband and watch The Sopranos. Good night.